Hi everyone, welcome to day 62 is what I think it is. Um, Welcome to Nareen's Life with MS. I am Nareen here. So today, it's the start of Travel Hangover Diaries, episode 1. For today, I think I wanted to talk about recovery, but actually, I want to talk about recovery because there are plenty of things that I'm going to talk about. There is still a little bit of introspection that I have to personally do so that I can make sure I detail everything the proper way. So, in saying that, I do want to talk about recovery because, of course, there is going to be a lot of change, especially after such a long break, to pretty much go back to the daily tasks, the day to day the day to day work, the day to day life, essentially. So the first thing I decided to do was to pretty much spend majority of the day sleeping. And when I say majority of the day, you can look at it as waking up slightly later in the morning, and for me that is usually any time past 9 a.m., and then having breakfast, working on certain things, and this is more household things rather than actually working, although I do have to catch up on emails and everything. But anyway, besides the point, I was just pretty much hanging out at home, just being as careful as possible, evaluating certain things. And one thing I can say is that yes, I am definitely have noticed quite a bit of recovery. I do notice that it is a little easier to move my legs. I have been going down, climbing the stairs and all of that. I am seeing a lot of improvement over what was essentially happening in the US. And so that is one thing. Also, of course, after lunchtime I took a nap, and that nap lasted maybe a little longer than it should have, but it was very much a nap that I would normally have on a weekend, which usually lasts anywhere between 2 and 4 hours, actually 20 minutes and 4 hours. It really depends on a day-to-day basis where my afternoon nap lies. And honestly, I do notice that I have a lot more energy now. Of course, I am pretty sure that I'm going to sleep very well tonight as well, so that tomorrow, when I do have more guests over, when we are going to pretty much go back to 70% of normalcy, I will definitely be able to engage in all of the activities, move around, and notice all of and definitely come back with any updates on that. But with that being said, I know I've asked this many a times before, but how helpful do you find sleep as part of your recovery? Usually most people will say that sleep is the best form of recovery, and I definitely want to mirror that. But I do want to ask you how your body deals with sleep, because uh, as an MS patient, I generally tend to have this idea of not exactly insomnia, but just not sleeping a lot when I do end up sleeping. So usually any sleep cycle will last about, I want to say, 2 to 3 hours. If I get 2 of them during one night of sleep, I will be very happy. So anywhere between 4 and 6 hours. if I get 9 hours, if I get anything from the 6 to 9 level, which is 3 cycles of sleep, I definitely have the amount of energy that anyone would, drinking, a very strong coffee. And as a person who does not drink coffee, I don't exactly understand that feeling either, but I can probably say that it's definitely the bouncing off the walls level of energy that I end up having if I do get the 6 to 9 hours. Now, if I want to compare it to what I how much sleep I had yesterday, so while I did wake up at 9, my sleep was a little scattered. It was staggered as well. I did wake up in the, I'd say, I want to say early morning, to pretty much use the washroom, and just so happened that I had enough energy in me to check my uh, messages, all of that. So as a result, I don't want to say that I had the full 3 cycle experience, but whatever I had, and my watch says I slept 6 hours, my phone says I slept 7 hours, so clearly it was definitely in the 2 sleep cycle stage, and not the perfect 3 sleep cycle. Hopefully today I am able to do that, and if it does happen, I will be so excited to even share an update with you regarding that. But tomorrow I will actually start talking about some of the experiences I had, some of the issues I was facing, and there are quite a few of them. I mean, there is, you know, it's got everything, as people say when they're describing a movie. It's got, falling. It's got tripping. It's got uh, brain fog. It definitely has numbness. It has something that I actually mentioned in a comment. I think I posted the comment yesterday, or at least replied to the comment yesterday about something someone posted 2 days ago, and that was in regards to actually feeling a certain level of numbness that I have not felt before. So all of that, of course, to start from tomorrow and continuing all the way over to next Sunday, and then of course from there we will move back to our regular submissions of the Monday to Sunday thing of Mondays we have motivational Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and so on. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you are having a great start to the weekend, as it is Saturday. So hopefully your Saturday went well and you are rested enough that you can say, okay, fine, come at me Sunday. All right, and that has been Nareen Sai with MS. I am Nareen, and good night, everyone.